ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Morris. I teach math and physics at the Collegiate, grade 11 and 12. But I also like reading. This book here that I chose from a pile, Mrs. Faber gave me a pile that was bigger than me to choose from. So I just closed my eyes and I picked this one. It says Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. I've heard of a version of this, but it didn't have dinosaurs. But let's just see what happens. Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs as retold by Mo Willems. That's code for he's telling his own version of the story. And that's okay. All right. Once upon a time, there were 3 dinosaurs. Papa Dinosaur, I assume that's him because of the mustache. Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. Look, that's how they wear their hats in Norway. That's not true. I have no idea how they wear hats in Norway. Home sweet dinosaur home. And look, there's a Christmas tree back there just like there's behind me in February. And that phone. Do you remember when phones were plugged into the wall? I barely do. Okay. One day, for no particular reason, the 3 dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures. It's got the pudding on the go, there's some ice cubes, there's the thermometers, that looks like Papa Dinosaur, Dinosaur from Norway, DFN, and Mama Dinosaur. She's got 2 ice cubes in her pudding. I guess she kind of likes it a little bit cooler. Here they are, everybody's working, everybody's busy. Oh boy, said Papa Dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. Oh, I should be more booming and loud. It's finally time to leave and go to the, someplace else. Yes, continued Mama Dinosaur. I sure hope no innocent little succulent child happens by our unlocked home while we are, someplace else. Har, har, hudgefisk, hurgelurk. Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. The 3 dinosaurs went someplace else, and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by. See these silhouettes? Looks like Papa, Mama, and our Norwegian friend. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing along. Sign here says 2 miles, very nice house, 2, and they crossed out the word trap. This sign says getting closer. Just then the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap is not yet sprung." That could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. These things happen. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. I've met a few little girls like that. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. So as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Welcome Mat says, "Welcome." Tee-hee. Sounds scary. Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks. "That chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of the counter." Goldilocks sounds a little like Mickey Mouse. Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. That is a tall ladder, big house, big bowl of pudding. Oh, is it ever big? The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? Papa Dinosaur. The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her, Mama Dinosaur. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right. But Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly noticed. Dinosaur from Norway. Soon Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things in the world for hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room. So she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big. "What is going on around here?" groaned the exhausted girl. "The bears that live here must be nuts." She totally sounds like Mickey Mouse. Just then the room filled with a loud booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating. "A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. "They're peeking through the windows." Home sweet dinosaur home. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. "Hey," she told herself, "this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house." She looks a little worried. For some reason, she was okay being in a bear's house, but it's the dinosaur part that's scaring her. Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. Wipe your talons. You know what talons are? They're big, scary claws that birds and, I suppose, reptiles have. Just then a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or "Charge!" or their Norwegian expression for "Chewy bonbon time!" Suddenly and completely coincidentally, the 3 dinosaurs rushed through the front door. They're all licking their lips. But they were too late. Back door was open. It's a funny sign. It says, "We are natural gas." Ask somebody to explain that to you. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were 3 disappointed dinosaurs. The end. There's more pages left though, so I want to see what happens. And the moral is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. Uh-oh. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Baby Bear, they're eating bread with their chocolate pudding, maybe? Maybe it's Nutella. I don't know. And the moral for the dinosaurs is, lock the back door. Silly. Yeah. That's it. Hope you enjoyed.